Hey everyone, Rarity Dash here. Time for another Patreon-sponsored blind reaction. And this one comes to you courtesy of JD, who has requested that I react to the album Skeleton by Aesop Rock. So yeah, this will be the second Aesop Rock album that I will have listened to in full and reacted to. The first one was The Impossible Kid, which is actually the album following this one. This is from 4 years earlier, from 2012. And it's titled Skeleton, which is kind of appropriate because I think this reaction will probably be going up on Halloween. So, skeletons, I mean, yeah. I don't know if it's actually going to be any spooky music. Probably not. But at least the title makes it sound like something to listen to on Halloween. But, yeah, I really liked the previous album that I listened to. That was really good. Some just very solid rap and amusing lyrics, well thought out lyrics, and yeah, it was just good and interesting video too to go along with it. Just the whole Shining thing that really kind of captured my attention a bit. And this one has a video component too. It looked like bumper cars, so I don't know what we're doing with that. But I guess we'll find out soon enough. Let's go ahead and get this started. Here we go. Yep, we have bumper cars. For some reason. Skeleton.
Postcards from the pink
Leisure Force.
Leisure is a cloaked horse through a stained glass St. Peter. Hack faith healer, cheat death to the very end. Cherry with a nickels on his specs for the ferryman. XO, Zodiac a pentagram expo. Pet cemetery and electric fresco. Abaddon threshold flash forged in a galley. With undead orcs pulling oars through the hour.
Okay. Undead orcs.
Smash cut to a smoke bomb's quarantine guards like all signs correlate with sorcery. More dormant cerebella is awoken by the smell of sordid power and defecting shortly after. Fist bump, dry land, blackish. Catnap 15 back to Swiss cheese, the flagship. Blue in the menacing grip of a vapor which you're manifestly unfit.
Interesting lyrics starting us off here.
Not to be as right. Next question. A build winged shoes or autophagy. Silk screen band keys take a part of VCR. Ringer raw, canned peas, cabin fever, me or more. Patently adhering to the chandelier key and door. To usher in the understated anarchy of leisure force. Let a purple tongue and ratty caballeros up over the black rainbow into the house of mirrors. To become 1,000 zeros like a wing of twisted alchemy. Freak flags flutter in a circadian free jazz. Sleep apnea scratch and bring that beat back. Our nose off, clothes on, nose in a feedback. Nom blind straw and compost thrown to the spine pile bygones. Mangy, intimately spaced pylons. Want a plot of inhospitable terrain. Hi, mom. Mid crusher, mid winter, mid shifter, mid summer, mid crusher, mid winter, mid shifter. No sleep, gold line, front north circle. Proceed low like 24 curfews. Mid summer, mid crusher, mid winter, mid shifter, mid summer, mid crusher, mid winter, mid shifter. Crow's beat, cold night, unmoored virtue. Proceed snow blind, 24 curfews. Crusher, mid winter, mid shifter, mid summer, mid crusher, mid winter, mid shifter. No sleep, gold line, front north circle. Proceed low like 24 curfews. Mid summer, mid crusher, mid winter, mid shifter, mid summer, mid crusher, mid winter, mid shifter. Crow's beat, cold night, unmoored virtue. Proceed snow blind, 24 curfews.
All right.
Raise up the bridge, lower the portcullis, rain forks and a mutton. No abort button, core pump assorted color, sugar water, pour lummox, unexplained ailments and doesn't work well with others. Wet nose on a glass, Garibaldi half cookie dough. Lockjaw, Don four walls like a wooden coat. Behold the rotting fruit of excommunication. A ruby tide insubordinate to lunar faces that maneuver past the beaches to the bosom of the pavement. Not a bow drill, smolder in a flooded bit of basement. Grace of a misled teen who prefers scenes with a little Wilhelm scream. The ambushed predator edition.
Working in the Wilhelm scream. That's now that's creative.
Dark matter harnessing a sort of tech. Mid-summer, mid-crusher, mid-winter, mid-shifter, mid-summer, mid-crusher, mid-winter, mid-shifter. No sleep, gold line, front door circle. Proceed low like 24 curfews. Mid-summer, mid-crusher, mid-winter, mid-shifter, mid-summer, mid-crusher, mid-winter, mid-shifter. Close beat, cold night, unmoored virtue. Proceed snow blind, 24 curfews. Mid-summer, mid-crusher, mid-winter, mid-shifter, mid-summer, mid-crusher, mid-winter, mid-shifter. No sleep, gold line, front door circle. Proceed low like 24 curfews. Mid-summer, mid-crusher, mid-winter, mid-shifter, mid-summer, mid-crusher, mid-winter, mid-shifter. Close beat, cold night, unmoored virtue. Proceed snow blind, 24 curfews.
Well, that was interesting. I can see it's about to end in half a minute. I mean, it kind of a bit hard to follow on first listen. It just felt a little bit all over the place. I mean, a lot of the lyrical references were pretty cool, but I couldn't tell you for the life of me what that was about. It would take some decoding. ZZZ Top. Appreciate the ZZ Top reference. They're pretty cool. But ZZZ. Sleep?
Moment of distress, composed themselves enough to artfully carve so in his desk. They was probably thinking, fuck you, fuck you, fuck you in their head. With a hellbound arm and an ass that he washed. Homemade curfew, 1,000 o'clock in the pot. Tattoo his friend did drunk like a badge of
I like the flow here.
Taking the name of the father in vain on the way to the blade in his locker was strange. A switch he lifted from a sibling skibby drawer who branched off into ninja stars and never knew his shit was sharp to hear with a higher purpose and a prime alert to juvenile berserkers like Crochet Moores in an arcade drop floor. Counting a Valentine from his my watch. Capital Z, slowly maneuver the yo. That's the most difficult to control. Finally, yo, into the eye of Goliath you go. That let me crushing percussion will pull the monkey upright. 12 or ghetto blaster, black or technical or telecaster. Lecture at a faster rate than class was making him develop backwards. It would appear you've spelled out all the answers. How you feeling? You telling me feeling like something important. Time screaming. You telling me feeling like something even more important. A rhyme breathing. Something you should probably try being. And they ask how you living. You tell them you living like something important. Died hissing. You tell them you living like something even more important. A rhyme giving. Something you should probably try willing. In a cultivated moment of distrust, composed themselves enough to magic markers Zulu on these chucks. They was trying to do the buckle font from Renegades of Funk in a 3D frame of exploding brick and whiz lines for the local emotion. Sit beyond gross, but evoke the host O-Dip, where social neurosis on the whole strip. Heart of a cat with a lark in his mouth and a mirror avoiding his guardians out. Flashlight, chisel tips, milk venom, pistol grip. Images relocated from milled vellum to scissor kick. Silent agreement in hand, king of the hill for a queen of the damned. She in the doorway, see them again. That clean light pair at a 3-year.
Pretty cool lyrics.
Capital Z, radical you in the cut.
King of the hill for the queen of the damned.
Collateral damage of future alum. That key to Shambhala, planet rockin' bambada, sample chop, churning out a cancer for the Vandal squad. Analog, anti-bombs, animated colors on a page like synthesized cultures on a stage. How you feeling? You tell them you feeling like something important. Time screaming. You tell them you feeling like something even more important. A rhyme breathing. Something you should probably try being. And they ask how you living. You tell them you living like something important. Died hissing. You tell them you living like something even more important. A rhyme giving. Something you should probably try willing. In a cultivated moment of resolve, composed themselves enough to publicize the zeros in this stall. They were scoping every dog and pony previously scrolled with a festering hate for the gumdrop edge. Disco sucks to you punks not dead, but a 2019 unsung godsend via 3 barcodes and a mugshot grin. Son of a runaway tone in the face of authority, thumbing its nose, cutting its teeth. Brett's parceled up in special order vinyl. And birds that dip their belts in little metal porcupine quills. Too Dutch at a show in the front, low key to the camper, smoking a bug. Trixie fixing her lipstick up when his mitts got bit by the mischief bug. Snatch, capital Z, terribly and vermilion red. Give me a gnaw, oh, and a slippery S. Over a web of the shittiest bands. That beat your heart out, never bleach your favorite parts out. From a learned curve, a bird fingers bursting out of germs. Burns urgently, offered through the circuits of an earlier plot. I'll see you at the bottom, ZZZ top.
I like that one a lot more than the first one. That was cool. Some great lyricism in there. Cycles to Gehenna.
Heads locally approach all spark plugs. Total disregard for a dying man shark jump. Post meridian pretty tungsten attracts. And he wants pale horse painted gunmetal black face masking. Hard shelled ebony propeller hat. Clubbins, glove breaks, grapple in a clutch span. Tuck got a steel toe, metal gate spreading for the dead alive that rented parking space 37. 2,000 out the weekly under cycles to Gehenna. Gets him floating over 20 buses, fireproof and festive. Corners like a two-tired tiger, so a two-tired rider can accumulate a few excited fibers to a sign. Knows no zen in the art of maintenance. Only as the orchestrated patron saint of changing lanes, baby. Here's how a great escape goes when you can't take your dead friends' names out your phone. Eyes and teeth, new moon on a scale that defies belief. Outside what our fundamental sciences teach. Every other mighty lion asleep.
I like the vibe of this one musically. Has a cool sound to it.
Gangway, mind, eyes, mind, teeth. Gangway, mind, eyes, mind, teeth. The man
Oh, yeah.
translates glam through the visor. Goes in water lilies, amps, grace, Geiger, and Man Ray. Crammed in a one-player campaign. Blinker like a hallowed bonfire over Sam Haines. Span with a praying hands mandate. Bars an extension of the arms. They're mutating instead of being farmed. Tonight beneath the marmalade Venus. Haunted mowers chewing every glowing yard of mud between us. Going for Jag Dotson, Corvette Lotus. Full cones you can slalom when your Zorlax focus. Via mechanical Dartmoor, Frankenstein poorly. And sanctioned by a new Yank Yorkie who knew that any moment he could lose it to the decoupage of suicide flooring. And still he keep his fuel tank portly. The 30-odd-year-old gear stank Charlie. The scarf dank mom's new hobby. Copy. Eyes and teeth. New moon on a scale that defies belief. Outside what our fundamental sciences teach. Every other mighty lion asleep. Gangway, mind, eyes, mind, keep.
Yeah, again, I'm not really able to follow this one very well, but I do really like the sound of it.
Gangway, mind, eyes, mind, keep. It was less of an act of hubris, more a lonely hearts club at the helm of a magic bullet. Away on a relentless bid for rarefied inertia. Rattle trap forks married to the patchy terra firma. Ursa Minor getting warmer. I crowbar into the pecking order. The dreck between the whores and Betty Borders. Hug a double yellow spine, knobby rubber like a rat on a rope. Those little fuckers run on passion alone. This is the product of a DIY inadequate home. Grabbing a cabin in the fuck of the Dodge. Acting a savage in the shadows of Rome. Traffic amassed against insufferable odds. Fashioning gallows out of plastic and bone. I got the motor drone, walls of death splintering under me. All city galvanized bikes, white knuckling. Bright light tunnel kings tucking the devil. P.S. I wrote this on a self-destructing memo.
Okay. Why not? Great way to end a song. Zero Dark 30. Okay. Like the movie. Which I actually didn't like that movie, but
beyond hype. Frontline aeronauts flurry. Zero dark 30. Zero friends, minotaur, fugly stepchild. Evoke lunch, jumped over plunging necklines. Up beside tongue-tied, hungry enzymes. Devolved in a Mothman, munching textiles. Punisher, out past go time, back 10 fried worms chubbier. Brown grass both sides. Canned food, man-made tools. Lana cane, band-aids, mandrake root. Bindle on a broomstick, pancake shoes, and a handshake groove. Campaign, can't lose, can't gain. Smoke out moles like a force of nature. Pray fortune return to his favor. Swiftly, maybe in the form of a nest egg. Maybe in the form of a Tesla death ray. Or a solid gold
Tesla death ray?
Better to celebrate than powder on a face like a flat foot on jelly day. My moral compass will batshit spinning in the shadows of a moral magnet. Are we supporting the artist or enabling the addict? I mean, I guess it matters to me. I wish it mattered to you. How 1,000 virtues kick the same bucket.
Yeah, this one's just cool.
Roving packs of elusive young become choke lord riders over boosted drums in the terrifying.
It's getting even better.
Down from a huntable surplus to one. Down from a huntable surplus to one.
Best song so far.
Down from a huntable surplus to one. Down from a huntable surplus to one. Down from a huntable surplus to one. Check his own breakneck pulse over colors in a drain. Let him milk sugar skulls in a rain. Glamorized melting. Got it by a levy, made a bad towel silting. Quarter up ahead for the kill screen. No corner cut, no build team. Only a particularly menacing. Angle perpendicular to everything. Boys room, cherry bomb, boy goon. Very much running with the devil in the mellotron. Hello, here's where a tale of caution pounds corp and nails the bootlegs of Hawkwind. Sawtooth, never mind straw to go. Spin hearts on sleeves and a heads on poles. Arm in the maw. Fish out pith like a business card from a jar at the mall. AI like androids dreaming a carbon applause. Get stuffed with cartoon cigars. Cold pack, netty plot home to roost around folk back then. And what they most lampoon. Shook to the beaver brown with broke ankles. Daisy, decoy pound, no thank you, baby. Failed all basic training, but I spent a couple groundhogs days with a change. Silhouette the guard last cigarette. Anything less would be goddamn ridiculous. Elusive young become choke lord riders over boosted drums in the terrifying face of a future tongue. Down from a huntable surplus to one. Down from a huntable surplus to one.
Yeah, this one has hooks.
Down from a huntable surplus to one. Down from a huntable surplus to one.
Oh. Is our race over, or are we just... Are we looping it now? Starting again? Or this is a new race?
Let me put you up on Bob's Donuts, controller at a warm deep fry.
I mean, honestly, I don't remember the last one, so...
Mostly it was aggravated ulcers over goat's legs. Will they go for maple custard, buttermilk, or wolfsbane?
Fryer starter. Interesting title.
In the trenches, where paranoia dead ends in a bright fluorescent heaven with sprinkles. I know, right? Yum. Whether tummy ache or fever, keep the funnel cake. I'm honey glazed in vitro in the company of similar believers. Sleepless, we hear the wolves breathe and foam at the facial features. Not a yeast, a phoenix and a partially hydrogenated. Equal parts flower, faith, healing. Might replace your previously nominated Jesus, but only if you're privy to the following secret of all secrets.
Every night at 12 they would march out from the back, but a trail brought dough for the pool of hot gas. Show up around one, never get your god back.
If you're just tuning in, walk into the light. Walk into the light.
That is awesome.
A boiled oil too, not for scarping. But CC's a Japanese innovation at screech and a free parking. Purple heart and second chin to beseech him to squeeze the carbs into the motherboard. You could chew the Eucharist in crawler form. Locally a seedy Danish underworld is bustling, where jelly's not a celebrated stuffing, it's a puppet string. Pluck, nose for canola. 5 cow stomachs like a mime with a rope going nowhere fast. Right hand of God on my shoulder, crow's feet swollen, don't be combing apple fritters over with folk of opposing cultures. Babysitter, cop, thief, reverend, body glitter, botched C-section, bronze teeth, each progressively more sequestered, yet if threatened, they'll defend the race and bred as co-defendants. Some lose religion or view it as superstition. You could tell a friend if you were down to kill them.
Every night at 12 they would march out from the back, but a trail brought dough for the pool of hot gas. Show up around one, never get your gun back.
If you're just tuning in, walk into the light.
Huh?
Walk into the light.
Fantastic.
The fat boys are back. Foam fingers over open arms to feverishly reclaim their stomachs from golden jars. And stagger through the post of the gold trying to builder's dividends. Hiding high behind his guilty patterned cigar fingerprints. Seething even side fever, sidewalk feeling a little dicey. I'm snake eyes straight to the cake's icing. Might fortune teller up your favorite paper tiger stripe. Great grace invaders, the first name basis patron haters who compromise the palate light and flavors. Silent night, holy night, invite the pious out the pagan. Midnight kitchen door uncaging the enablers like butchers in bloody aprons. Can I get a fucking amen? Hazelnut raiders that are lost navigate consecutive pastries like stations of the cross. No name, no day job. Not a boat where it's Virgin Mary toast by the loaf. Thanks, Bob.
Very interesting song here. I mean, just
Back, but a trail for dough for the pool of hot back. Show up around one, never get your gun back.
If you're just tuning in, walk into the light.
so a lot of the lyrics are about food, and then a lot of them are
Walk into the light.
more philosophical and such. So it's kind of an odd contrast. I don't know. But it's pretty good. Ruby 81. Well, this one's short. And yet we have quite the lengthy intro to it. Unless it's just like a instrumental break? Is that what we're doing? I mean, I say instrumental, but a lot of it is crowd noise.
Here we go.
Oh, here we go.
Holidays. July 4th, 1981. Candles of a Roman ilk unloaded from a
Not
Chevy
quite the right
truck
holiday
into
for
the
today,
home
but
box it built. Patio was charcoals and
Close
extended
enough.
time and folding chairs. Safely
I guess.
hard to focus on the smoking flares. Couple cousins, uncles, aunts, mostly grown-ups, couple brats. Baby Ruby's only 2, she's too close to the jumping jacks.
Oh.
Mommy scoops her to the house, buckles up the booster seat, rolls her to the storm door, let her lawn for all alone to see. Telephone distracting mom, Ruby wriggles at her strap, fingers push the plexiglass, she's off into the sour patch. Past the pyrotechnics, undetected and invisible. Woke the sleeping beagle, skipping toward the kidney swimming pool. Off into the yawning blue, the splash would mum the rocket ships. Ruby's lungs were filling by the time her kin were cognizant. Many sprung and spurned her down, all arrived belated, but the beast she had earlier stirred had been alert since waking up. Canine let his gainer fly, watertop commotion grow. Howling guests assume the cloven hooves had come to Delsey Doe. Frenzied and congested deck, part to let the elders see. Soggy beagle gently dragging Ruby in his yellow teeth. Laid the tiny body in the sun before her father's feet. When she choked the liquid through her bluish lips, he dropped his knee. Helped the utter aching vein, Tyler shaking Ruby off. EMT confirmed the save. Everybody say good dog.
Okay. Well, that was tense. Good dog indeed. Wow. Well, that was effective. I don't know. Not really too much to it, but just some good storytelling.
Birds of a black, black feather stick together forever and ever, and they always remember you and all of the shit you do.
Well, this
They
is
pass
different.
to the baby birdies, and then they remember too. Little baby blue eyes turn black without forgetting the face of the guy in the mask. When you see me, baby, will you scream or will you laugh? Little baby blue eyes turn.
Now this one sounds right for Halloween, at least so far.
Little baby blue eyes turn black. Little baby blue eyes turn black.
420 Goy Pantone, black crows shredding innards. The silhouettes are fencing lefty scissors, separating horn and hoof as evils on arpeggiators. They piggyback the tunes of all your deadest friends and neighbors. By the Getty their shit. Graveyard shifter shit. Brother was a face card, crowned like a heart-shaped son of the woven branches, leaning in over beside you, playing pace card chase. Wait up, let me isolate the base more. Get a God's acre, ain't to rake the snow up each the second name here. Supposedly closure will free the vipers out the bosom. Personally, I think it's a bunch of bullshit. Prisoners, tradition is for lovers. God forbid he flip the witch against her coven. On some dip or play the dozens. Now I baptized skippers and larvae and Dano records. On a little plot pregnant with 6 million sentence senders.
Little baby blue eyes, eyes turn black.
Okay, the tech support for tragedy.
I like this one.
Emphatically horrendous. Teenage operators explaining what bated breath is. Pass. I wish it was something I could diagram on a napkin so you won't feel so detached if it should happen to you privately. Publicly, your shadows will cat call back. Happy to split the button. I am burlap dog. Crack the crib. Bats eject like cousin death swinging lap dogs. Ricocheting sonar off the sacrilege. Now let me slow this whole shit down for all you have-go cowards. I'll even grit my teeth for you. I am so completely off the goddamn grid. It's not a question of addressing me. It's what do these symbols under the dresser mean? Perhaps a little dash of karma chameleon. Thought at your people good young. Could've used a good long. Still, proximity to corpses wasn't nothing to the kid, but unforgiving science and cinematic horrors. Fast forward, my knee in the gut of a glass coffin. Remember that cow in the dean's office? Seems awkward, and I know you people donated pints to the same pavement, but for Ashamone to share a space with strangers seems outrageous, ain't it? Maybe a dialogue or howls that reshapes the jowls and face somehow relates to whatever you have found among 1,000 cloned shrines. Either way, dope stone lion.
And they call to let you know your friend is dead in a box. The crows have the tools to get the meat out of the box. Scientific, ritualistic, headstone, cold foxes still rot. I'm not gonna rock, no fuck, that's not. You can let them let you rock, man, but I'm not gonna watch. I'm not gonna stand atop your plot. I love you, friend, but I'm just not. On the other hand, if your ashes are scattered in the sea, I'll swim in the sea and you'll be with me. And if your shit is scattered at the roots of a tree, I will climb that tree.
I wonder who this is doing the vocals here. I like her voice.
Like a string of tiny thrones. Messages you've tucked away for keeps. Every surface to be heard amidst the butchery and beats. You don't want the passengers to pass. You want each cow taxidermy fatter than the last. Mausoleum lighting, there's a rush. Well, it might enhance the silhouette, it might expose the crutch. A proud chest buff to the heavens holds nothing if we're cutting past the muscle and the tendon. And we will be cutting past the muscle and the tendon.
Alright. Oh, and now crows too. I mean, I guess that makes sense. If there's a crows 1, there's going to be a crows 2.
Watch your mouth. We all know the way that a punk goes out. Watch your step. Watch your mouth. We all know the way that a punk goes out.
Born 21 crows, nothing goes south for the supper when a
Punk goes out.
checkerboard up on full death forms, hold via vaudeville canes, and encased where the claw marks wane off Broadway to Godway. Our Father, commuters from the farms with news about chupacabra, transfuse soup at a fresh skull, dumb full blood suckers, only the chum suffers. Hindbox butcher encouraging poor lighting, set up poor pores, not a sure sign of jarred lightning harsh. A sunny yellow spine diner was born, feral feeding that strung his organs up like tire swing art, chipping a dripping set of broke bone grinders. More for the hive mind, less for the landmine finders. Fine, no tobacco leaders in the eatery unless you count the way they let us heart through his tuxedo tee. Straight out the front. Born 22, cue the cutthroat mouth, chew together when a
Punk goes out.
etiquette of tart-tongued ghouls, never run truck jewels, run a culinary school for gluttony, drunk wolves and guttural grunts, smothering buttery long ramen. Early Santa Punk shows up on the diagnostic. Pardon if I seem standoffish, all the seesaw lost, I can't call it. All petite drawn straws and orange caution, a outcast streets re-involver absolvent is gaudy. Plus when a hellbound offspring and yours sharing office all above salty. Watch, if fortune is a bitch with venom and laser tits, maybe sin will make for sugar-flavored flesh. Kings taste terrible
Okay.
at best, and rest in peace raw, the rest the recipes.
Well, that was good. Racing stripes. Is this the reason we're racing? This one? So I think in the last album we eventually got to a Shining reference. Maybe. I forget.
There is a bowl cut template mapped with a Billy can. Mega Mom, scissoring a topiary Lego man. Mini ramp cowlick, good ship snot nose. Flat rain, water red, pigeon hill potholes. Rat brain, shovel green peas of a butter knife. Raccoon, hat, moon boots, all summer type. Belt pressure at the center of the dog show. Better off blending, sweater off Waldo. You wanna see a genome mutate? Cut a page boy till it bring home a cute tape. Poof, screw face, Regaletta chop shop. Homebrew Kool-Aid, disavowing Oshkosh. Simulating television, little rowdy rock star. Bobble-headed shredder playing top heavy hopscotch. You realize you only gotta wait till you catch him with a set of shitty clippers in a sink like this. Motherfucking that's a quiet kid. Buzzing asymmetric rubber lines in crudely. Some said I praise the Lord. I say you wanna feel safe, baby, shake the orb, and I will see you all in hell. Ready for the panic room, pissed and been searching for animal chin since. Bumping Johnny Rad, eye on a saucepan. Current mop 4 months shy on the off chance. Might just reset this whole shit. Start with a textbook bowl cut.
Is this song really just all about a haircut? I mean, I can appreciate that.
Let's get your $5 haircut here.
Wow.
Mohawks, frohawks, afros, racing stripes, fringes, high top fades, mullets, reverse mullets, crew cuts, and much, much more. Mirror? No, you can't look in the mirror.
Oh.
You look awesome.
I just want to take a look at the
I knew this kid could move, who in the lion's mouth made him a fail-safe way to get his life corralled. Let's say short on the rent, his landlord is upset. He disappears with shears, yelling, I'm going George Jeff. Bathroom doors sound like a park neck barbershop quartet forced in a war with itself. Now what emerged next in a shaft of light is bulbs up top, long on the back and sides. Maybe the blade oil came with an axe to grind. My granddaddy half smile, all mastermind. He asked, how do I look? I said, you look insane. He said, the haircut come with a theory, I'll explain. Please do. First, no hats allowed. Faux neck, male pattern when he out the house and wouldn't crop it up until his monopoly prop pass go. Till then, walk this town like an asshole. Motherfucking last week,
This is fun.
Wiki program beats on Monday, sold to Wednesday. Pay rent, fabricate a whole new hedge maze. Back on the smooth shit Friday at noon, bitch. Wow, just like that. A method I encourage you to share and apply and adapt. Cause one day his didn't grow back. So, if yours does, get that zig zig zag. Start with a textbook bowl cut. One you can melt down slow as you grow. Learn a couple great new curse words. Fuck face. Maybe take to your turn.
Okay. Yeah, that was just fun.
Remove glasses.
1,000 o'clock.
I wear shoes to bed, pink teeth on my lips, trench foot, gangrened for the win, blitzkrieg bopper, petition that a shit's great proper, the only inaccessible blip on a streaming Doppler, screaming uncle and a sea of TV doctors, free to occupy the same space in different degrees of CD commerce, the shot is slow pan, monitor the foing, flooded PD blotter under horizontal coffee, more to follow, outside tweakers are in love, teeny rock kill, wealth submarining through the blood, voyagers, poisoned to maybe just a misfit toy or two, depending on the beacon that your voyeurs choose. That sort of hemming and hawing, I'll haunt your boiler rooms abysmally and kidnap rabbit-eyes in their infancy. Everything is cutting room scrapped on a silver screen that throws gummy bears back.
Attack!
All these tripod breads and wines, these climates transform men to swine.
Again.
All these knives and lead, these bright skins transform swine to men.
Alright, sensible sweater on ice, devil horns high, like shovels above a butterland with peppercorn eyes. Vendetta drunk leader squealing, it's the real pig fever. Sick people, pinky swearing on concealed 6 fingers. That's idle handwork on the spirit of death dealers. Look at mommy's little Hercules, custom Troy Herdabees, flourish in a blind spot of Spittle County Gore Police. Are really any better the ebbing and flowing war and peace? One plain brown key foods baghead, 2 holes later I see to this loose flatbread. Cats fucked off at exactly what cost? The currency of brotherhood back in his cut palm sucks. It's nauseating done crawling with bugs. They seem attracted to the matter, so they're morally snubbed. See my night Irene massacre flat in the key of tragedy. Whole diner like I'll have what he's having.
These tribes, hors breads and wines, these climates transform men to swine.
Again.
All these knives, hide knives and lead, these bribes can transform swine to men.
Aggravated brain state motion sick. Might peel back slow and expose the whole shit. Rancid drums be the ultimate. Break bones in the throes of Rome. It's so ill. So they got 1,000 sea lions, got up and left the pier. They had successfully invaded and secured for 20 years. Some said it was the food supplier shifting weather patterns. Truthfully, a whole community of scientists are baffled. In 89, maybe 10 showed up at the wharf as if guided by the trident of Poseidon to cavort. Each a lumbering and boisterous glutton. Like a half-ton annoyance to the heartwarming story. When public, you'll need a montage. Animals arriving in droves. The bottom dollar turn a nuisance to the pride of your cove. Which bring us back up to this morning when the colony dove. I got a couple unsubstantiated thoughts of my own. They go, maybe it'd feel more majestic and less fatty if a 12-year-old wasn't beating it with saltwater taffy every 5 fucking seconds. Sounds like a basic, liberating moment of collective fuck fame shit.
These tribes, hors breads and wines, these climates transform men to swine.
Again.
All these knives, hide knives and lead, these bribes can transform swine to men.
Well, that one was good. I mean, I don't know if I followed all of it, but it had a cool sound to it, and some interesting lyrics here and there that I caught. Homemade Mummy.
How to make a homemade mummy. Get a corpse, get gauze, get comfy. Shampoo and disinfect dead fluffy for the hallowed excavation of his ex-marked tummy. Step stern, the butter cutter felines well. Tongues, butterfly, unzipped feline shell. We'll be escorting vital organs with exception of the precious kitten's heart into the privacy of separate pickle jars. A mayonnaise or jelly pick a card. Shit, pick apart and scissor. Stomach, lung, intestine, or liver. In a world of sanitizers and preservatives forever. Brain exterminated through the whiskers. Ditched, I blank, NY alone. We usher in the salts that call the husk home. Might embalm and snip and rid the vulnerable as liquids. Slather it in beeswax, wrap it up in ribbons. Like limb by limb, by tail, by ear, by chin. Within the hereafter, I hereby win. I hope you vow to meow another day and never decompose. By the way, before we seal these molds, the short version goes:
Take the brain out, leave the heart in. Take the brain out, leave the heart in. Paper playground, meet your harvest. Take the brain out.
Gadzooks, Punk's dead, last good gut wrenched. Antenna Sam Cook, black bug puss head. Cat skull stacked to the black hole sunset. Olive on a toothpick, Dagwood Bumstead. Tagged hoof hatchery, mad of a mass naturally. Bad wolf, dash for the last brook castling. Blue ox, red plaid, Bass Pro, flannel king. Hasbro crown, several apple apples.
Hasbro reference.
Poorly taking pictures, antiquating on his mantelpiece. Before we only spoke in letters cut from magazines. Folk broke their claws over gross coffee. Not as milk toast menace, Los Muertos walking air. Go to scarecrow and rare barley. Squared off, par beat a armchair. Sing a prayer for me. I feel that mystifying times have gotten ugly. I also feel that you could learn a lot from a mummy.
Take the brain out,
Okay.
leave the heart in. Take the brain out, leave the heart in. Major takedown, eat your porridge. Take the brain out, leave the carcass. Take the brain out, leave the heart in. Take the brain out, leave the heart in. Names the brain out, please the bargain. Take the brain out, beef and garlic. Take the brain out, leave the heart in. Take the brain out, leave the heart in. Fading halos, feeding the brain out, leave the heart in. Take the brain out, leave the heart in. Take the brain out, leave the heart in. Take the brain out.
Huh. Not sure what to make of that one, but it was interesting.
Ian, why don't you say grace? Dear God, thanks. And if you loved me, vegetables would be extinct. Now I'm looking down a barrel of a string being sawed like an exodus of biblical proportion redefined. Rectangle seat 4, squeeze 5 each one. May not be excused from the table to the green guy. Stomach webbing up an episodic rerun. Where's the dissipating plume of smoke when you need one? Chris and Graham hate him too, but advocate a braver chew. Invented but a code red. Cola chaser nose held goat. Moments later, 2 have been released, leaving me the leg room and the legume police going freeze. You with the pretzeled arms, send your fabricated nausea my best regards. You know this kitchen is a prison till the pea pods die. I can sit here all night.
Working on all these vegetables.
At the door just now. Kids on dirt bikes asking you to bunny hop the curbside. Really? Yup. I told him I'll be busy. He's staring at his green beans, being a total pussy. Blink twice if you are being held hostage. I speak and spell of a sleeper cell in a hospice. Whoa, impersonating busy little helpers that intimately purr between the hiccuping of feathers. Pick a porcelain dish, a single portion canned, frozen afresh. Define the glory of the poultry of fish via communal bloodletting that ruptured a spud levee. No 87 supperscape was truly flood friendly ever, including at your basic cemetery for contaminated texture. 60 minutes in an ever. The room temp heirlooms emanate a crude black mist to a rendition of dude dad's pissed. Tell that dude's pissed too. Not to mention genuinely brandishing a new gill hue. Still outviewed any last strafing watchman till the Lord taketh waiting as an option. Who's at the door just now? Kids on dirt bikes asking you to bunny hop the curbside. Yup, I told him I'll be busy. He's staring at his green beans, being a total pussy. Who's at the door just now? Kids on skateboards asking you to navigate the claymores. Yup, I told him how we can't. He in the kitchen pouting and terrified of a plant.
Interesting subject material for a song here, but I kind of like it.
Less like toes in a tide pool, more like left-right poach from notable giant kaiju. Fat neck, fine tooth,
Kaiju.
rock and lean. Yelling this ends now, eat the goddamn beans. Ah, hang dog, mouth talk, slang wrong, and that there's flatware zoomed by a crane arm. Time for some action. Stab one right for a swipe and extraction. Blind and malpractice. Carried to the cavernous yap and obliged axis. If only in compliance with a deep fried fascist. Literally bite down once and my tongue got a flooding from my uninvited guts. Pointer finger plug a hole in a dam. My notice, okay, gross, blowfish. Dinner's over, ghost spit. Pot full bullshit. Both of my brothers breaking like he on his Davey Hogan, no mistaken. By the way, who's at the door just now? Kids on dirt bikes asking you to bunny hop the curbside. Yup, I told him I'll be busy. He's staring at his green beans, being a total pussy. Who's at the door just now? Kids on skateboards asking you to navigate the claymores. Yup, I told him how we can't. He in the kitchen pouting and terrified of a plant.
Well, that was fun. Saturn missiles.
Step on the lawn, I keep the foot peeping. The pot goes 6 degrees of cookies. Boiling, blitz the beach and mush peas over 10 meat hooks with a blister reach. I'm on pincher. Beavery hoodie on, hoodie off. Sweat through his ET sheets to the worry dolls. Never met a quiet storm that didn't grow into a choir of colliding horns that go click, click, clack. A territorial syntax sitting on the porch with his lids pinned back. Pinball whiz and a thimble of Sims. I'm a symbol of whimsy abridged. Kiss me, I'm dead. Nursing a mystery Dayquil. Head steps there and daggers down page mill. How pray tell do we sit pretty when the old want to unglue in a tizzy? Please hold for the don't play dull boy. Click. I am not a page or a pull toy. Came in the door and the floor is live. I killed Joy with the core more Norman Rockwell. Born homesick for a
Like this one.
address. Bat shit. Bumble and bat around catnip. One black heart category massive. Packed in a fat category 5 rat nest. Nose on the sleeve. Holes in the centerpiece. Robot bone like a tentacle.
Very cool flow, and
No, I hate you infinity and pinch. Smither rings. interlude, presto change.
A lot of his lyrics take you back to childhood.
Right brain go, white train, rainbow, mustache, any all Monet. Yes.
Just drenched in that childhood nostalgia.
Merrily in a cobweb tomb on a hotbed of heresy. Frogman school by the godhead, Emberly pulled dog sled, sending soon dead Kennedys. Bet more than the kerosene, all full of caution. A straw man lost on vaudeville. A morally mixed in business with 144 Dixie whistlers. Lawn chair, strongman, twisted whiskers. NASCAR pick in his missing fingers. Outcast from a system, a kiss the ringers. Are you privy to the misadventures? It's electric. Meeting in the middle of the street with a lethally modified Piccolo Pete. There is admittedly an incredible mystique to meddling in the reason a city won't sleep. 48 strings and 12 the ring, whiz bang, jingle bells and melt bootleg G.I. Joe's the black taffy. Classic, fire in the hall, back grafting. Bold wildlife at a wolf pack rapping. Full moon, bad beat, bull hat caffeine. TNT plunger in all caps, acme. Blast to a path at a whole damn map screen. No sling, no spear, I'm a patchwork of 86 springs and gears who've been stung by an unlinked pinky. Swear the ring is what in the fuck was I thinking years? Maybe an awkward phase like his acne and sophomore fade. Played, calling all out of work action figures. It was death by Saturn and missiles.
Alright. Well, that was really good. I really liked that one. Just the flow on that was very appealing. Tetra.
Don't fool with his cool. I turn a staff to a snake and back. He made crack. Shake up 5150 and shades in a fake stash. Dirt bike made of 5 worse spikes. Uphill. Tabletop frames on Dutch tilt. Crush kill. Maker by point op. Arcade punk. Talking arcane science. Dark age pulp. 4 eyes card base. Barcades iron on. Pork rinds orange age. Jarred brains die alone. No mulligans. Crowbars birdcage. Cold. Colonize Mars on Earth Day. And surface from the cellar door like worms into the petrichor. Messenger. Better get a vessel for a Tetris score. Zilch. Cowabunga homies call me Presignor. Devastating energy exploding up his Tesla coil. Farm-emitted breath and temperamental tremors. That's what I'm at a wave with 10% of his fingers. And I never lost tic-tac-toe to a live chicken for the footage. I'm off cam, dynamite vision. The diamondback rattles in his holy grail. Evoke colony collapse via gross betrayal. 3 wolf moon shirt, 2 shoes.
3 wolf moon shirt?
Wore the same hoodie every day like Mum-Ra, but follow the
Mum-Ra.
regenerated rebel flesh. Out of sorts, out of water, suicidal
Going
tetrafish.
for the Thundercats reference.
Conviction in us, we should be together less forevermore. Before we are the severed heads of civil war. And basic radio ricochet off the silver foil. Trash can fire looking for a kill to grill or spoil quickly. Purveyors of fine hijinks, I know. This is why we can't have nice things. I prefer to skip the pleasantries. Flip the diner table, nip in time for Final Jeopardy. No shit.
No shit.
Oh, and don't fool with his cool.
No shit.
Ma, can we get a pool? Is that no? Okay, magpies, hoarders, and allied forces who lick zigzags being dragged by horses. Transcribe stories and patterns of pins dropping. Skinned boars and exaggerated limb lopping. Slow Mozart, no, I've never heard a knocking. Might have burst in on it, splits or skin popping. Opt out, sober on the eve of no sing thing. Low kit and aim for the token propane tank. Bang, followed from a pulling of hair to a homecoming sullied by a skull and a spear. It's when a human resources issued a public affair. Reciprocity is a pestilent compulsion of bear, and ultimately I'm fulfilling. Concurrently, that rigid upper lip and grudge are crippling. The Wonder Twins are bitching. Armchair hater, I wouldn't piss on your coffin, but when I see your picture, I draw dicks on it. The ozone breakaway tuck, soul chicken wire ribs and paper mache guts. Pipe cleaner mustache, rope hands, Google eyes, macaroni gas face, no plan to humanize. You are now rocking with the worst. Nothing up his sleeve, nothing here is what it seems. Paranormal weather, mysteriously disappearing bees. Not to mention the collateral delirium it breeds. Jeez, but give him any dicey past. He from a tiny town called Death's Icy Grasp, and he don't get out much, but when he do, it's Beatlemania. Do not be asleep at the feet of his feelers radius. Too charitable for any average Joe. Some real estate between the big mouth Billy Bass and Jackalope. Cozy in a moment of bliss. Snatch your food off your plate. Snatch your goat off a bridge. No shit.
No shit.
Oh, and don't fool with his cool.
No shit. No shit.
We're gonna need more fuel.
Another good one there. I enjoyed it. Some fun lyrics. Alright, and I think this is the last song. Gopher Guts.
Greasy, grimy gopher guts. Pools
Of course.
Open one, I don't forget spoons twice. Lukewarm Folgers, mold on his moon pie. Rooms in his home that dissipate in the fruit flies. Suicide lane, wide load ride, looting in the wake of an amicable marooning. My duty go for moving in packs to sharing food with a cat. To me, I accidentally saw the woman in half. She said, I'll keep you in my prayers. I said, I need to hide a body. She said, okay, honey, talk to you on Friday. Apparently, we share a common plasma, so the growing disconnection doesn't matter. According to the blood and water chapter. Weird. Who wrote the blood and water chapter anyway? Probably some surly dad. Only child, 30 cats. Looking for a way to reconnect with an averted past. Except it doesn't always work like that. Today I pulled 3 baby snakes out of moss and dirt. Where the wild strawberry vines toss and turn. I told them you were gonna be something inventive and electric. You were healthy, you were special, you were present. Then I let them go. You were sitting at the gate awaiting spirits and provisions. I was privy to a headache over pirouetting innards in a mirror, sweating pictures. Who's there, simian or lizard? As it were, there is a disappearing difference in ambition and material. Antiquated gentlemen, outlaws reduced to a Ferris wheel of vitriol. Move as a godless heathen, black gums, tooth gone. Bootleg Yukon Cornelius, I'm a... That's better, here we go.
Yukon Cornelius.
Face printed on a $0 bill. Got a little plot of land where authority isn't recognized. Contraband keeping the core beside checker lies. Check. Never mind a misanthrope vying for affection to the wretched sound of mysticism. Dying, it is something he must handle on his own. The wind blown way when a wind don't play. Today I pulled 3 green frogs at a leaf and bark. Where the grapevines climb a convenient barn. I told him you were gonna be something tenacious and exalted. You are mighty, you are gracious, you are lauded. Then I let him go.
There's some very interesting lyrics on this one. Some deep stuff.
I have been completely unable to maintain any semblance of relationship on any level.
Okay.
I have been a bastard to the people who have actively attempted to deliver me from peril. I have been acutely undeserving of the ear that listened up and lip that kissed me on the temple. I have been accustomed to a stubborn disposition that admits it which its history disassembled. I have been a hypocrite in sermonizing tolerance while skimming for a ministry to pretzel. I have been unfairly resentful of those I wish had acted different when the bidding was essential. I have been a terrible communicator, prone to isolation over sympathy for devils. I have been my own worst enemy since the very genesis of rebels. Today I pulled 3 ghost crabs out of rock and sand with a low tide showcase of promised land. I told them you were going to be something dynamic and impressive. You are patient, you are gallant, you are festive. Then I let them go.
Yeah.
Oh.
We're pulling out. All right. Well, that last one was pretty compelling. That was a strong end. Yeah, I really like that. Just the lyrics were interesting and a bit thought-provoking, a bit confessional. It was just just good stuff. I mean, overall, really good album. Felt a bit different from the last one. I think he maybe had a bit more to say on the last one. This one was kind of just sort of... it felt like a lot of looking back at childhood and just sort of maybe recontextualizing that a bit. I don't know. It's hard for me to totally tell because I'm not really that used to listening to rap music a lot. So sometimes it's harder for me to follow along with the speed of it, but especially on the first time. But from what I was picking up, I mean, obviously there was a lot of that imagery related to childhood and just those themes. And I think that was very central to what we were hearing here. And, yeah, I mean, it did kind of have that, it did kind of portray that feeling of nostalgia a bit, and it was amusing. There were some funny lyrics, there were some just very witty lyrics, and just some that were impressive. And overall, just a pretty good listen there. I definitely enjoyed it. As for standouts, so looking at the track list now, I really liked ZZZ Top was pretty good. Zero Dark 30, that was definitely a standout. And Ruby 81, that stood out a lot, even though it was just sort of very direct. The Crows songs were good. Racing Stripes was a lot of fun. That one was, just really, really good. Grace was memorable. Saturn Missiles, that was a really cool one. And Go For Guts at the end. That was also really good. But I mean, everything was pretty good. I mean, he's just a very talented rapper. He's got a real knack for coming up with interesting lyrics and just some cool music to go along with it. So definitely enjoyed this, and would definitely listen to more. I mean, I heard already, I think, a couple other songs from him on like live reaction streams recently, and maybe I'll hear more in the future. Anyway, good stuff. Hope you enjoyed the reaction. Let me know if you did, and see you in the next one.